Hey, welcome back, JD Aliens. I am playing, what game is this? This is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Let me turn it down a little bit as I play. I guess that person is over there praying or something. I am playing on Wi-Fi and I'm playing Stadia and I'm just finishing up a quest. And man, I'm getting some glitches here because my Wi-Fi is kind of iffy. It doesn't say much about Stadia, but it says everything about my Wi-Fi. Look at this. You know what? So frustrating. That is the bad thing about this online gaming, whether it be Stadia or xCloud. Is it xCloud still? But or Game Pass. Yeah, that's the downside, man. Sometimes your Wi-Fi is just a little bit too shoddy. I've had actually a better experience on 4G and 5G on both platforms than I have on Wi-Fi sometimes. But this is Assassin's Creed, and I'm having a good time playing with this GameSir X2 controller. I am probably gonna die because I'm really not that good at this game, especially with these cramped controls. These controls are kind of cramped for my hands, but if you're the type of guy who likes these types of controllers right here, where you can just slap your phone on the inside and play on these little surfaces, then this is gonna be a great controller for you. Also, provided that you don't mind that the buttons are switched around, because this is more of a Nintendo Switch style of control. As you can see here, let me get this in a little bit closer for you. Can you see that? The X and Y are transposed as well as the A and B. And that's gonna take a little bit of getting used to for you guys who play Xbox and stuff like that and other stuff. But if you're coming from a Switch, this is gonna be like, you're gonna be right at home coming from a Switch. Honestly, that's probably the only thing I'm not too fond of about this controller, other than the ergonomics, of course. But let's take a little trip around this thing. As you can see there, your phone can breathe. There is some space right there where your phone kind of lays on. There is some space right there. But up under here where it stretches out, there's a whole bunch of space. And on this controller, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll just take my phone out so you can see. But they've actually done this a little backwards too. So usually when you stick your phone in these types of controllers, it goes this way with the camera side on the left. With this one, with the GameSir X2, the camera goes on the right-hand side because you have a USB-C. Oops, I forgot to turn my phone off. They have a USB-C port right here where you can plug in, because this is not Bluetooth, it's USB-C. That means there's not going to be any latency. You are plugged in, hardcore, and ready to game. But let's take a look at this right here. In case you are worried about sliding your phone in, this does kind of flip out. That way you can get your phone in there and then lay it flat. And then you just stretch it open and just get your phone in there. Now my phone was in there and it only had it had less than 1/4 of an inch of space to go. So if you're going to be using a case or something, it may fit if you're using kind of a slim profile case, but if you're using one of those thick OtterBox or UAG cases, you might have a little bit of trouble getting your phone in there. But also check this out. It has a grippy pad on the back, so when you're gripping it, even if you're getting a little sweaty, you can still grip it and stuff like that. But speaking of grips, we have grips right here on the side where the top of your phone goes, and it allows a little air to get through there, as well as the sound from the downfire and speakers. And it has it on the opposite end as well with the USB side. They provide you every button you need. They even have the L3 and R3, and they are very clicky, but they are a little stiff. And being that the sticks are a little short and stiff, they will be a little bit difficult to maneuver if you have bigger hands, like I said before, but all the other buttons are here. Now down here it gets a little crazy too, because this is not like a cross or a circular pad like a D-pad. This is just straight up 4 buttons that you'll have to press. So if you're using games like emulators and doing some combos like for Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, then you might have to get used to this right here, because these are just 4 buttons, up, down, left, and right. But you got a home, you got a screenshot, and you have a select button. Is there anything else I'm missing? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a home, screenshot, select, and start. There you go. So home, screenshot, select, and start. And oh yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Usually with the Bluetooth controller, it's Bluetooth. So they don't give you like the only port that the controller has is to charge up the controller. This one's a USB style. So what they have here is a pass-through. This is a pass-through USB-C. So it will charge your phone, but it will not fast charge for you. It won't recognize that. It'll just be regular charging as you're gaming, so you can keep gaming on the go. Now I want to get into these trigger buttons. They do not have that spring-loaded pull type of trigger. These are buttons, and you can hear that clickiness. Oh man, you hear that? It's real satisfying, man. It's real satisfying. I like that, actually, especially when you're playing games like first-person shooter games. So sometimes you don't want that, that rapid fire or that continuous fire. Sometimes you just want that click. You just want that one shot, one kill. So that's been pretty clutch using this controller. But it does have a good feel to it, as well as the R1 and L1 too. So you're not going to get that pull trigger. Remember, you got that click trigger. So, and I kind of like that. It just depends on what kind of gamer you are. All the buttons do feel very comfortable and clicky. They're very responsive. I like the controller. I've just been having to get used to the fact that it has these switched X and Y and A and B buttons, as well as this pad right here. It's not a D-pad. You got 4 arrow buttons right here. So that's something to get used to. But as far as gaming, man, everything seems to go super smooth, just like you would expect from a high quality controller. And speaking of quality, it does not feel cheap. It's all plastic, but it does have these rubbery pads right here that gives it more of a premium feel, and it just feels well built. I gotta show you this, man, because some people might be alarmed by this. When you have a bigger phone, this is the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. When you have a bigger phone, can you see this right here? It's kind of flexing a little bit. Can you see that flex right there? Let me put it in the other camera. Yeah, there you go. Can you see that flex right there? It's flexing a little bit. That does not mean your controller is about to break. This thing is actually, okay, Google was listening to me. But that does not mean that your controller is about to break. It's designed to do that. That's how it takes the bigger phone and still allows the airflow. So don't worry about the whole flex thing. It's gonna be all right. You just keep getting your game on. But yeah, man, this thing is actually pretty cool. You can slide it in a bag because it doesn't take up a whole lot of room as far as thickness. It's very durable. Let me get my phone out here. And you know what? One thing I did wish it had. So on here, when you put your phone in here, right up here, these bumpers right here, these rubber bumpers, your phone's not coming out of this side because you got that USB-C sticking in right there. But this side right here, I wish it had a little bit of a lip to stick over the phone. That way your phone won't slide out. Now, if you're just casually using this thing, your phone's not gonna slip out of here. But, things happen, man. So if you drop it or bump it too hard, your phone runs a possibility of just kind of sliding past that. It's got enough tension on it to where it shouldn't do it through regular responsible use. But like I said, things happen, man. And I would just rather have some kind of lip on there where it keeps the phone in there, and that way it doesn't kind of pop out like that. Other than that, it's really a great controller. This is the GameSir X2 USB-C Type USB-C controller. Hey man, I am no expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is you can get your game on with this thing, man. It's all right. Hey, I'm gonna get out here and go make some more videos, but until I get back, make sure y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you. Whoa. Let me get this straight. You sat through this whole video, the whole thing, and never once decided to hit the subscribe button or the like button? Man, it'd be the ones closest to you. I see how you are.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?